My child, before you continue with your day, listen carefully. Do not rush through this moment. There is a reason you are hearing these words right now. Perhaps you clicked on this message without thinking much about it. Perhaps you were simply scrolling, looking for something to ease the weight you have been carrying. Whatever brought you here, I want you to know that this message is for you. Lately, life has felt heavier than usual. You have been trying to stay strong. You have been doing your best to keep moving forward. You smile when people are around. You tell others that everything is fine, but deep inside, you are carrying worries that nobody knows about. You are tired of overthinking, tired of wondering how things will work out, tired of carrying responsibilities that seem to grow larger every day. My child, I see every struggle. I see every silent battle. I see every tear that never reaches the eyes of others. And I want you to know something important. You are not weak because you feel tired. You are tired because you have been strong for too long. Many people think strength means never feeling pain. They think strength means pretending everything is okay. But true strength is continuing to move forward even when life feels difficult. True strength is waking up every morning and trying again. And that is exactly what you have been doing. The problem is that you have been carrying burdens that were never meant to be carried alone. You worry about tomorrow before tomorrow arrives. You replay yesterday's mistakes again and again. You try to control things that are beyond your control. And little by little, those worries steal your peace. Listen carefully. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every fear deserves your energy. Many of the things you worry about today will never happen. Yet those thoughts are taking away the joy of this moment. My child, you spend so much time asking, what if something goes wrong? But how often do you ask, what if everything works out? How often do you remember the times when I carried you through situations that seemed impossible? How often do you remember the prayers I have already answered? Look back for a moment. Think about all the things you survived. Think about the seasons you thought would break you. Think about the nights when you cried and wondered if life would ever get better. Yet somehow, you made it through. You are still here. You are still standing. And that is not an accident. I was with you then, and I am with you now. There are people listening to this message who feel forgotten. People who feel like everyone else is moving forward while they remain stuck. People who wonder if their efforts even matter anymore. If that is you, hear me clearly. Your progress is not always visible. A seed grows beneath the soil long before anyone sees the tree. In the same way, growth is happening inside you even when you cannot see it. I am teaching you patience. I am building your faith. I am preparing you for things you cannot yet imagine. The season you are in right now is not punishment. It is preparation. Stop measuring your life against the lives of others. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You do not know the full story behind what they have gone through. And they do not know the story I am writing for you. My child, there are blessings that require preparation. There are opportunities that require growth. There are answers that require the right timing. If I gave you everything immediately, you might not be ready to receive it. That is why some things take time. Trust the process. Trust the journey. Trust me, the waiting season is not wasted. The difficult season is not wasted. Even your mistakes are not wasted. I can use every part of your story for good. I can take what was meant to discourage you and turn it into something that strengthens you. I can take your pain and create purpose from it. So today, release the pressure of trying to figure everything out. Release the burden of trying to carry tomorrow. Focus on the step in front of you. Focus on today. Focus on what you can do right now. You do not need all the answers. You only need enough faith to take the next step. And as you take that step, remember this: you are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. I am walking beside you even when you cannot see me. I am working behind the scenes even when nothing seems to be changing. And one day, you will look back at this season and understand why it was necessary. Until then, keep believing, keep trusting, keep moving forward. Because what I am preparing for you is greater than what you are worried about today. My child, one of the biggest burdens many people carry is the burden of financial stress. You work hard, you try your best, you make sacrifices that nobody sees. Yet there are moments when you wonder if all your effort is making any difference. Bills continue to arrive, responsibilities continue to grow, and sometimes it feels as if no matter how hard you work, there is never enough. If that is how you feel, I want you to know that I understand your concerns. I know the pressure you feel when you think about your future. I know the fear that appears when unexpected problems arise. I know the sleepless nights caused by financial worries. But my child, do not allow money to become the ruler of your peace. Money is a tool. It is not your source. Your source has always been me. There have been times when you did not know how things would work out, yet somehow they did. There have been moments when help arrived unexpectedly. There have been opportunities you never saw coming. There have been blessings that appeared at exactly the right time. Why, child? Overthinking has stolen enough of your peace. You keep trying to solve tomorrow's problems before tomorrow arrives. You keep replaying conversations that have already ended. You keep imagining situations that may never happen. And little by little, your mind becomes exhausted from carrying burdens that do not belong there. Listen carefully. Just because you think about a problem constantly does not mean you are solving it. Sometimes you are only feeding your fear. Fear wants you to believe that every uncertainty is a disaster waiting to happen. Fear wants you to believe that you are alone. Fear wants you to believe that there is no way forward. But fear is not telling you the truth. The truth is that I am already present in the future you are worried about. Before you arrive there, I am already there. Before the challenge appears, I already know about it. Before the door opens, I already know what is behind it. There is nothing ahead of you that can surprise me. My child, many people think faith means never feeling afraid. That is not true. Faith is choosing to trust me even when fear is trying to speak louder. Faith is moving forward when you do not have all the answers. Faith is believing that I am working even when you cannot see the evidence. Think about a seed buried beneath the soil. From the outside, it looks as if nothing is happening. Days pass, weeks pass, yet beneath the surface, growth is taking place. Roots are forming, strength is developing, preparation is happening. The same is true in your life. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean progress is not happening. There are things I am doing right now that you cannot yet understand. I am teaching lessons that will help you later. I am building strength that you will need in future battles. I am preparing opportunities that are not ready to be revealed yet. If you could see everything I am doing behind the scenes, you would worry far less and trust far more. My child, stop measuring my faithfulness by your current circumstances. A difficult season does not mean I have abandoned you. A delayed answer does not mean I have ignored you. A closed door does not mean I have rejected you. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually protection. Sometimes what feels like delay is preparation. And sometimes what feels like silence is simply me working in ways that cannot yet be seen. You have survived every difficult season that once made you afraid. There was a time when you thought certain problems would destroy you, yet you are still here. There was a time when you thought you would never recover from certain disappointments, yet you kept moving forward. That strength did not come from nowhere. I was carrying you even when you did not realize it. So tonight, release the pressure of trying to control everything. Release the burden of needing every answer immediately. Release the fear of the unknown future. You do not have to carry those things anymore. Give them to me. Let me carry what is too heavy for you. And remember this, my child, the silence you are experiencing is not the end of your story. The waiting season is not the end of your story. The uncertainty you feel today is not the end of your story. I am still writing chapters that you have not yet read. I am still opening doors that you cannot yet see. And what I am preparing for you right now is worth every moment of trust it requires. So keep believing, keep praying, keep moving forward, because what I am about to show you next will make you understand why this season had to happen. My child, one day you will look back at this chapter of your life and realize that what felt like a setback was actually a setup for something greater. Right now, it is difficult to see that. Right now, all you can see are the unanswered questions, the delays, the disappointments, and the struggles that seem to follow you everywhere you go. But I need you to understand something. Your current situation is not your final destination. The chapter you are living in today is not the end of the story. Too many people give up because they mistake a difficult season for a permanent reality. They convince themselves that things will never change. They begin to believe that their best days are behind them. They allow temporary pain to create permanent doubt. But my child, what if this season is not here to destroy your faith? What if it is here to strengthen it? What if the very thing you are trying to escape is the thing that is preparing you for the blessing you have been praying for? Think about the strongest people you know. Think about the people whose faith inspires others. Think about the people who remain calm in the middle of storms. They did not become strong because life was easy. They became strong because they learned how to trust me through difficult seasons. Strength is not built during comfort. Strength is built during challenges. Faith is not tested when everything is going well. Faith is tested when nothing seems to make sense. My child, I know there are moments when you compare your life to the lives of others. You see people moving forward. You see people achieving goals. You see people receiving blessings that you have been praying for. And if you are not careful, comparison begins to steal your peace. You start wondering why their life seems easier. You start wondering why your journey feels longer. But what you see is only a small part of their story. You do not see their struggles. You do not see their sacrifices. And most importantly, you do not see the unique path I have designed for you. Stop comparing your journey to someone else's. I did not create you to live their life. I created you to live yours. The purpose I have given you is unique. The lessons I am teaching you are unique. The blessings I have prepared for you are unique. When you spend your time comparing, you distract yourself from what I am trying to do in your own life. There are doors that will open for you that were never meant for anyone else. There are opportunities that have your name on them. There are people you will help, encourage, and inspire simply because of the battles you have survived. One day, the pain you experienced will become part of someone else's healing. One day, the lessons you learned will become wisdom that helps another person keep going. Nothing you have gone through is meaningless. My child, I need you to stop focusing so much on what is missing and start appreciating what remains. Gratitude changes perspective. When you focus only on what you do not have, life feels empty. But when you begin to notice the blessings that already exist around you, your heart begins to change. There are things in your life right now that you once prayed for. There are blessings you once dreamed about. There are answers to old prayers that have become so familiar that you no longer notice them. Take a moment to be thankful. Be thankful for the strength that has carried you this far. Be thankful for the opportunities you have received. Be thankful for the people who genuinely care about you. Be thankful for another day to keep moving forward. Gratitude does not mean your life is perfect. It means you choose to recognize that my goodness is still present even in imperfect situations. My child, your breakthrough is not always a single moment. Sometimes your breakthrough begins with a change in perspective. Sometimes it begins when you stop focusing on fear and start focusing on faith. Sometimes it begins when you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" The moment you begin to trust that I am working for your good, even when you cannot see it, everything begins to change. Your circumstances may not change immediately, but your heart becomes stronger, your faith becomes deeper, your peace becomes greater. And when that happens, you are no longer controlled by the storm around you. So keep moving forward, my child. Keep trusting, keep believing, because what I am preparing for you is bigger than the struggle you are facing today. And what comes next may be the very thing you have been waiting for all along. My child, there are blessings I have prepared for you that you cannot yet see. There are opportunities moving towards you that have not yet arrived. There are answers to prayers that are already on their way. But if you spend all your time focusing on what is missing, you may fail to recognize what I am doing right now. Many people believe that a breakthrough happens all at once. They imagine one moment changing everything. And while that does happen sometimes, most breakthroughs begin quietly. They begin with a decision to keep going when giving up seems easier. They begin with choosing faith when fear is louder. They begin with trusting me one day at a time. My child, do not underestimate the power of small steps. Every step forward matters. Every prayer matters. Every act of faith matters. Every time you choose hope over despair, you are moving closer to the future I have prepared for you. Progress may feel slow, but slow progress is still progress. Do not allow impatience to convince you that nothing is happening. There are people listening to this message who feel as though they have fallen behind in life. They look around and see others achieving success. They see others reaching milestones. They see others receiving the very things they have been praying for. My child, hear me clearly. What I have planned for you has not passed you by. Your purpose has not expired. Your opportunity has not disappeared. The timing of your life is not determined by the opinions of others. It is not determined by social expectations. It is not determined by comparison. It is determined by my plan. Stop believing the lie that you are too late. Stop believing the lie that you have missed your chance. As long as you are breathing, there is still purpose ahead of you. As long as you are here, there is still work for you to do. As long as your heart continues to beat, Your story is still being written. My child, some of the greatest blessings in life arrive after seasons of waiting. Not because I enjoy making you wait, but because preparation takes time. There are lessons that can only be learned through experience. There is strength that can only be developed through challenges. There is wisdom that can only come through patience. If I had given you certain blessings years ago, you would not have been ready for them. If I had opened certain doors before now, you might have walked through them without the strength required to remain there. That is why my timing matters. I see things you cannot see. I know things you do not know, and I understand how every piece of your journey fits together. So stop fighting against the process. Stop trying to force what is not ready. Stop exhausting yourself trying to control every outcome. Instead, trust that I know what I am doing. Trust that I am guiding you even when the path seems unclear. Trust that I am protecting you even when you do not understand the reason for certain delays. My child, there is another truth I want you to remember. Your value does not come from your achievements. Your worth does not come from your income, your status, your appearance, or the approval of others. Your value comes from the fact that you are loved. When life becomes difficult, remember who you are. Remember that you have survived challenges before. Remember that you have overcome obstacles before. Remember that I have carried you through storms before. And if I did it then, I can do it again. One day, you will look back and realize that the struggles you hated were teaching you lessons you needed. One day, you will understand why certain doors stayed closed. One day, you will see how every setback, every disappointment, and every delay played a role in shaping the person you were becoming. Until that day arrives, keep walking forward, keep praying, keep believing, keep trusting, because the future I have prepared for you is greater than anything fear is trying to make you imagine. And before this message ends, there is one final truth you need to hear. My child, one of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that they must have everything figured out before they can move forward. They wait for the perfect plan. They wait for complete certainty. They wait until they feel confident enough, strong enough, or prepared enough. But while they are waiting, life continues to move forward. The truth is that very few people ever feel completely ready. Most people take their greatest steps while still carrying questions. They move forward while still feeling nervous. They continue despite uncertainty. And because they continue, they discover that the strength they needed was already inside them. My child, I never asked you to know everything. I never asked you to control every outcome. I never asked you to carry the weight of the entire future. I only asked you to trust me with the next step. Yet so often you become overwhelmed because you are trying to solve problems that belong to tomorrow instead of focusing on the responsibilities of today. Some of the greatest opportunities are still ahead. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith strong. Keep moving forward one step at a time. Because what you are walking toward is far greater than what you are leaving behind. And there is still something important I need to show you about the purpose hidden inside your journey. My child, there are experiences in your life that seemed meaningless when they happened. There were disappointments you did not understand. There were losses that left you confused. There were seasons when you asked, "Why is this happening to me?" and no answers seemed to come. But now I want you to see those moments from a different perspective. Not every painful experience entered your life to harm you. Some experiences entered your life to teach you. Some entered to strengthen you. Some entered to redirect you. And some entered because they were preparing you for a future responsibility that you could not yet see. Think about the lessons you learned during your hardest seasons. Think about the wisdom you gained through failure. Think about the strength that developed through struggle. If everything had always gone according to your plan, many of those lessons would never have been learned. Many of those strengths would never have been developed. My child, your journey has a purpose even when the path feels confusing. There are people you will encourage one day because of what you survived. There are people who will find hope because you refuse to give up. There are people who will keep going because they hear your story and realize that they are not alone. The pain you experienced was never meant to become your identity. It was meant to become part of your testimony. The struggle was never meant to define you. It was meant to develop you. The setback was never meant to stop you. It was meant to prepare you. So keep your eyes forward. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive, because the story I am writing is bigger than the chapter you are currently living. And what I am about to reveal next may completely change the way you see your future. My child, most people spend their lives worrying about what might happen tomorrow while completely missing the opportunities that exist today. They become so focused on what they do not have that they fail to recognize the blessings already surrounding them. They become so afraid of future problems that they forget to appreciate the strength they already possess. I want you to understand something important. The future is not something you must fear. The future is something you must prepare for with faith. Fear imagines failure before it happens. Faith believes that even if challenges come, you will not face them alone. How many times have you worried about situations that never happened? How many nights have you spent awake imagining the worst possible outcome? How many opportunities have you missed because fear convinced you that you were not ready? My child, fear has a way of making small obstacles appear larger than they really are. It creates problems in your mind before those problems ever exist in reality. That is why you must be careful about the thoughts you allow to grow. Every thought does not deserve your attention. Every fear does not deserve your energy. If a thought steals your peace, weakens your faith, and fills your heart with anxiety, it is not helping you move forward. Instead, focus on what is true. Focus on what you know. You know that I have carried you through difficult seasons before. You know that I have provided when you thought there would not be enough. You know that I have opened doors when it seemed impossible. If I have been faithful before, why would I stop being faithful now? My child, there are people listening right now who feel stuck. They feel as though life has stopped moving. They feel as though everyone else is making progress while they remain in the same place. If that describes you, hear me clearly. Being in a season of waiting does not mean you are being left behind. Sometimes growth happens quietly. Sometimes preparation happens invisibly. Sometimes the most important work takes place beneath the surface, where nobody can see it. Just because your progress is not obvious does not mean your progress is not real. A tree does not become strong overnight. Its roots must first grow deep enough to support its future height. In the same way, I am building foundations within you. I am developing patience. I am developing wisdom. I am developing character. These things may not seem exciting right now, but they will become the very things that support the blessings you receive later. My child, stop rushing the process. Stop demanding immediate answers for every question. Some things can only be understood after time has passed. Some lessons can only be understood after the season is over. And some blessings can only be understood after time has passed. Some lessons can only be understood after the season is over. During this past time when I have been giving an extraining pre-change, some things can only be understood after time has passed. Some lessons can only be understood after the season is over. When I have been giving pre-change to some things almost strange. My child, stop believing that your life is falling behind simply because it looks different from someone else's. The tree that grows slowly often develops the deepest roots. The strongest foundations are built over time, not overnight. What feels like delay today may become the very reason you remain strong tomorrow. Every season has a purpose. There is a season for planting, a season for growing, and a season for harvesting. Many people become impatient during the growing season because they cannot immediately see results. But the roots continue growing long before the fruit becomes visible. My child, your character is being built in places that nobody notices. Every time you choose kindness instead of anger, faith instead of fear, patience instead of frustration, and hope instead of doubt, you become stronger than yesterday. These small decisions shape a future that you cannot yet imagine. Remember that fear always wants you to focus on what you might lose, while faith invites you to notice everything you still have. Fear says that the opportunity has passed. Faith says that the best moment may still be ahead. Fear says that you are alone. Faith reminds you that you have never walked this journey by yourself. My child, there will always be reasons to worry, but there will also always be reasons to hope. The choice you make every morning shapes the direction of your heart. One conversation can change your future. One opportunity can change your career. One act of forgiveness can restore a relationship. One decision to keep moving forward can completely change the direction of your life. Never underestimate what can happen when you refuse to give up. The road ahead may still have challenges, but it also holds answers you cannot yet see, friendships you have not yet met, opportunities you have not yet imagined, and blessings that will arrive when the timing is right. So lift your head. Take the next step with confidence. Trust the process even when you cannot understand it. Continue planting seeds of kindness, patience, honesty, and faith, because every seed grows in its own season. My child, your story is still unfolding, your purpose is still alive, and your greatest chapter may be waiting just beyond the moment you are tempted to stop believing. If this message encouraged your heart, comment Amen, subscribe for more daily wisdom, and share these words with someone who may need hope today. May God bless you, strengthen your faith, fill your heart with peace, and remind you every day that the best is still yet to come.